Please don't forget subscribe to the channel and hit the bell to get notified of new daily videos.
I remember it like it was yesterday, the kind of day that makes you question humanity. I'm Parker, and a few months back, a nasty fall during a solo hiking trip left me with a shredded ACL and meniscus. After surgery, I was told I'd be on crutches for a good long while, easing back into walking. So there I was, still navigating the world on two poles, trying to find a bit of normalcy. One particular Tuesday, feeling cooped up, I decided to visit the city's science museum. It was usually quiet on weekday afternoons, and I thought the Future Technologies exhibit might offer some much-needed distraction. I found a bench in a less crowded corner, leaning my crutches against the wall next to me, giving my armpits a much-needed break while I looked at a holographic display. Suddenly, a blur of motion. A young boy, maybe 7 or 8, came sprinting around the corner, not looking where he was going. He tripped right over the rubber tip of one of my crutches, stumbled, and went down with a surprised yelp. Before I could even ask if he was okay, his mother, Mabel, was on him. "Myles, are you all right, sweetie?" she cooed, helping him up. Then her eyes landed on my crutches. Her expression hardened. "Hey, you need to be more careful where you leave your obstacles." My jaw almost hit the floor. "Excuse me," I said, genuinely confused. "Your son ran into my crutch. I'm using them because I had knee surgery and they were clearly against the wall." Mabel scoffed, rolling her eyes. "Oh, please, don't be so dramatic. And anyway," she said, her voice shifting to a sickly sweet tone as she looked at my crutches with newfound interest. "Those look like those fancy, ergonomic ones. Myles is very interested in how things work. He's a budding engineer, you know." I just stared at her. "Ma'am, these are medical equipment. I need them to walk." "Nonsense," she waved a dismissive hand. "You're just sitting there. Myles needs to be stimulated. He's very bright, and he needs to experience these things firsthand. He deserves to play with them." Before I could respond, she actually reached for one of my crutches. I quickly pulled it away, nearly losing my balance. "What are you doing? No, you can't just take my crutches." Her face contorted into a furious scowl. "Don't you dare raise your voice at me. My son is curious, and you're being utterly selfish. You're probably just faking that limp for attention anyway. I bet you don't even need those." She gestured wildly at my leg. "Myles wants to try them out. It's his turn." My blood began to boil, faking an injury, demanding my medical equipment for her kids' playtime. The audacity was beyond anything I could have imagined. "Lady, I assure you I am not faking, and these are not toys. They are essential for me to get around. Your son does not get a turn." Mabel's voice rose, attracting attention from a few other museum goers. "You are just so rude. All these young people faking disabilities for sympathy these days. My child's educational experience is being ruined by your selfishness." She tried to snatch a crutch again, her hand actually grasping the foam grip. I reflexively pulled it back, wincing as my knee twinged. "Is there a problem here?" A calm, firm voice cut through the air. I looked up to see Conrad, one of the museum's security guards, approaching. He was a tall man, impeccably uniformed, and his presence alone seemed to deflate Mabel's righteous fury by about 10%. Mabel immediately shifted gears, adopting a tearful, victimized tone. "Officer, this man," she pointed a dramatic finger at me, "is harassing me and my son. He's refusing to let my poor Myles explore the exhibits and is being very aggressive about his walking sticks." Conrad raised an eyebrow, looking from her to me, then to my crutches. "Ma'am, these appear to be medical crutches. Is that correct, sir?" "Yes," I confirmed. "I had knee surgery. Your son ran into my crutch, and then his mother started demanding them so he could play with them." I lifted my pant leg slightly, revealing the fresh scar on my knee. Mabel sputtered. "He's just making it up. It's a tiny scratch. He doesn't need those. Myles deserves to experience everything in this museum." Conrad's patience visibly thinned. "Ma'am, medical equipment is not for play." And accusing someone of faking an injury, then trying to take their mobility aid, is not acceptable behavior in this establishment. "I'm going to have to ask you and your son to leave." Mabel erupted into a tirade about her rights, and how she'd never come back. But Conrad was unmoving. He escorted her, still loudly complaining and dragging a bewildered Myles out of the exhibit and towards the exit. I watched them go, still a bit shaky from the confrontation. Conrad returned a moment later, offering me an apologetic smile. "Are you all right, sir? I'm sorry you had to deal with that." I think so," I said, rubbing my temples. Just completely floored by the nerve of some people. I swear, the level of entitlement some parents possess is truly baffling. It was an afternoon that completely drained me, but at least I know there are still decent people willing to step in.
If you enjoyed this video, please hit the thumbs up button to like it. And please do subscribe to support the channel.